So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be announcing some things on this channel for the future of this channel and the content going forward. I also will be announcing some pretty important things about the giveaway, just giving you guys some general updates. And you know, this is going to kind of be like a tangent or a little rant video, so just buckle in and, you know, spare me a little bit of your time, and so you guys can hear me rant about the state of this channel going forward and some other things. So that's basically it. I'm gonna go straight into the video, but before I do that, I just want to announce that, you know, I want to remind you guys that I still have the $100 Amazon gift card giveaway going. If you look on the screen right now, that is the video I want you guys to go to. If you go down to the comments of that video, you'll see the pinned comment with all the rules on it. Make sure you guys follow those rules to a T so you can be eligible at the end of the month for the $100 Amazon gift card. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and hitting that notification bell so you get notified when I upload that winners video. Haven't decided when I'm going to pick the winners, but it should be sometime later in the month, so be looking out for that. So just wanted to update you guys on the status of that. Nothing has changed, so make sure you guys go to that video, follow the rules in the pinned comment, and you will be eligible for the $100 Amazon gift card. But I wanted to get to the main topic of this video, and basically I'm done, man. You know, this culture of losing that this Bears team continues to permeate throughout the years, it's finally gotten to me, and I no longer want any part of it. I'm done with this team, man. This team is absolutely awful. I tweeted it out last night. If you don't know, the Bears got absolutely trounced again for the second straight week on Monday Night Football against the Minnesota Vikings, in a game that they just looked uninspired. They looked terrible on all four facets of the game, and you know, I'm done. This team is just so bad. And you know, I thought about it while I was watching. I thought about doing a stream yesterday. I decided against it, and I think I made the right decision. You know, when I started this channel, I wanted to make fun, you know, Bears content, give informational content about the Bears, and I kind of feel like I pigeonholed myself into that lane. And you know, while I appreciate all the support you guys give on those videos, it just feels like those videos haven't been hitting the same, because the team isn't good. The team just plain isn't good. It's not a very searched topic unless it's a negative topic, and it's just generally unenjoyable to make content about it because they've just been so bad. I'm sick of getting up here week in, week out, and continuing to mention the same things over and over again. Last night, the Bears looked horrible. Again, you know, same things with the offense. We're unable to move the ball consistently. We're having our quarterback miss reads. We're getting them sacked 58 times. You know, the defense can't stop the run. They keep allowing third down conversions. You know, special teams keeps making blunders, you know, and is generally ineffective. The coaching is just still generally ineffective and still asinine to watch. So I just figured, what was the point of continuing to make videos this season about this team? We're about to go 4-13. We're about to take a massive step back from last year, and you know, that's basically it. You know, I'm tired of making videos about this same team, crashing out about the same team every single week. I just have to take it for what it is. But you know, that's not the main thing with this video. The main thing is, this is a culture of losing that the Bears have created. This Bears team, and the Bears for the majority of my life, and not to mention people in my family and you know, other people who've been Bears fans for longer, this is a culture of losing that we've been watching for a while, and it bleeds down from the top to bottom, starting with the McCaskeys and everything else. This recent game just proved it, but this whole season has proved it, really. And it just feels like no matter what the Bears do, no matter how many moves, no matter how many star-studded players they get, it just seems like they just can never get it right. It's always something with this team, whether it's the coaching, the quarterback, the defense, the receivers. It's just always something with this team that holds this team back and continues to put this team in the gutter. While other teams are getting better, like the Minnesota Vikings, like, the Green Bay Packers, like the Detroit Lions. In our own division, they're continuing to get better. We're still stuck at the bottom of the barrel, despite what Ryan Poles said, 3-4 years ago since he got hired.
Last thing, the most important piece is we're going to take the North and never give it back.
And, this is the recent product. The game last night was an indictment on him and that entire front office on this is the product they're putting out on the field, and even ownership. This is the product they're putting out on the field. There's no reason you should have 2 straight quarterbacks that have been the most sacked in the league. And I see everybody in the comments and on Twitter and, blaming, we don't have a left tackle. Karan Amagaji isn't it. He's a 3rd round pick. I don't blame Karan Amagaji. In fact, I don't think Karan Amagaji played bad enough. Karan Amagaji didn't draft himself. Karan Amagaji was a 3rd round project who probably shouldn't have been drafted in the 3rd round. This is, guys like Caleb Williams. While he has his faults, I don't blame Caleb Williams for the situation that he's in. It's not his fault. I don't blame Rome Odunze for the situation that he's in. I don't blame DJ Moore for the situation. Yes, as players, they have to take accountability for it. But this is all Ryan Poles. This is the team he built. This is the team that the trenches that he neglected on both sides of the ball. And it keeps showing week in and week out. And, we keep going through this perpetual cycle. We draft the quarterback. We fire the coach. Get another coach in here. The coach gets that quarterback out of here. They draft another quarterback. That coach gets fired. And we keep repeating the cycle over and over again. And somehow, the mainstream media and many of these Twitter accounts out here, I'll just put a few of their faces on the screen right now. The mainstream media and the few Twitter accounts that are out there, a lot of them actually, continue to permeate this this blinding feeling of hope every single year that something was going to be different, especially this year. We were totally convinced that something was going to be different. We even drafted the star-studded quarterback, a generational quarterback who you couldn't miss on, who you weren't going to get another chance to draft ever, according to the mainstream media. We drafted him. We drafted another wide receiver who seems good, but he doesn't really get an opportunity to be good. We drafted a whole bunch of developmental projects. We drafted a punter in the 4th round. That's how good we thought this team was going to be. We traded away a number 1 pick the previous year for a guy who had a career year last year in DJ Moore. We traded away a 4th rounder for a future Hall of Famer in Keenan Allen. We re-signed Cole Kmet. We re-signed Jalen Johnson. We came into the hope that Tyreek Stevenson was going to take that next step as an NFL corner. We came in with the hope that Gervon Dexter was going to take that next step. Montez Sweat was still on the team. We had Darnell Wright on the right tackle spot. Tevin Jenkins was coming into the year healthy, looking for an extension. We had just got a new center while being, on a lesser grade of centers, we thought he would be serviceable. Nate Davis was going to be healthy. Braxton Jones had fixed some of his issues with the bull rush. And through the first 4 weeks of the season, we thought hey, even though we had our issues on offense, maybe this would get mended out. Eberflus had another year to work out his defense. And he finally had talent on the team to take this team to the promised land. The Bears are going to go to the wild card game, maybe even compete for the division. And for the first part of the year, it started off that way. This was one of the best divisions in football, still is, except for the Chicago Bears now. Because after the game against Jacksonville, and after the bye, the wheels fell off of the Chicago Bears, and all the issues that people were bringing up in the offseason, telling people to chill out for a minute, maybe you're putting too many expectations on the Bears, and they were ignored, or either chastised or ignored. All the issues that those people mentioned, all the concerns that those people mentioned were disregarded, and they all reared their ugly head in the second half of the season. Because since that Jacksonville Jaguars game, the Bears have been absolutely abysmal every single week. And, we can sit here and blame the McCaskeys, as they're certainly the ones to blame for this. They've been incompetent for the better half of 20 years. Even more. That's just 20 years of my life. Even more for people who are older and have been watching this team. We can sit here and blame Ryan Poles for that shite job that he did at building the offensive line and building the defensive line and not putting premium picks into that and bringing in the same coach every single year. We can blame, Matt Eberflus for continuing to mess up games with his late game decisions, for continuing to play soft coverage, for continuing to not be aggressive. We can continue to blame the mainstream media for continuing to get the fans' hope up with all these disparaging articles and all these grandiose articles about how the Bears have taken the right step forward and how this new hotshot quarterback from USC was going to lead the Bears to a promised land and how he was going to throw for all these yards and get all these wins and how these guys are going to have career years with this guy. We can sit up here and actually blame the players for their lack of effort, for the lack of tackling, lack of accountability for one another, bad decision making, poor play, selfishness, arrogance. We can blame everybody. But the one thing I blame the most out of any other things that I mentioned, I blame the fans. See, the fans are the epitome of the culture of losing. For they, no matter how many coaches change, no matter how many GMs come in and out, no matter how many team presidents the Bears fire and hire, the fans will always show up to them games. The stadium, Soldier Field, despite being the crappiest stadium and the smallest stadium in the entire league, it's always filled to the brim with Bears fans from everywhere, cladded in their merch, their over-the-top costumes, their dick costumes. I blame the fans for this because they take this. McCaskeys know what they're doing. They are who they are. They've been that way for a long time. They know what they're doing now. And people are always, and you know what, this is another thing I'll touch on. And I'll put the tweet up on the screen. We always complain every single year when this team continues to show us who they are. Basically a perennial loser. We continue to complain every single year about, hey, the McCaskeys need to sell the team. They're not going anywhere under the McCaskeys. Sell the team this, fire this guy. But what they refuse to understand is that the McCaskeys are some of the richest owners in the NFL. They own $1 billion organization. I think the team is worth $10 billion itself. It's a popular team. If not, then it's definitely somewhere in the millions. It's a popular team. It's always high in attendance every single year. Why would I sell my multi-million-dollar team when you guys, the stupid fans, continue to give your hard-earned money every single Sunday for every single game? You continue to give us this money. So why would any substantial business owner, think about it from the perspective of business, why would I sell my product and sell the company I worked so hard to get if I continue to make money off it? And that's the problem with these so-called complaints and fans, as I honestly think these fans don't care about winning. If they cared about winning, we should see that stadium nearly empty next week. There should be nothing but Detroit fans in that stadium next week. Because the fans don't care about winning, we're going to see all Bears fans dressed up in their dick costumes or their over-the-top costumes, get on camera, smile at the camera in the Jumbotron, there to be seen. We're going to see all those same fans in Soldier Field the next week. So that's why the cycle continues to go on. Because no matter what product the McCaskeys put out there, no matter what product GM Ryan Poles put out there, you're still going to go to those games. If you want a change to happen, stop going to the games. Stop giving your hard-earned money to this team. My dad always says this all the time. If you go to a grocery store and they sell you rotten fruit or anything that's rotten or spoiled, and you continue to go, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that you keep going to a store that continues to sell you rotten food? Is it their fault or your fault? And another thing is that these same fans that be complaining, and I'm going to put up a comment that I seen on the video that I was watching earlier. It was some highlights of the game last night. I'm going to put this comment up on the screen. It says there are some drunk Bears fans behind them belligerently roasting their own team. And that just made me think, and this is a common thing with sports teams, especially here in Chicago. These people just go to the games to be seen or get drunk. They don't care about winning. Let me go get drunk. I need something to do on Sunday. I can't sit in the house. I know, let me go to a Chicago Bears game where the beer is $25 each. Let me buy 2 of them things and gulp them all down and watch this sorry team get blown out every single week. Let me go ahead and do that so I can shout belligerently and throw up on everybody like a damn fool. Because God forbid I can't do anything sober. I can't watch this team sober. I gotta go drink. I gotta go to the stadium and drink. So you pay, not only are you paying for those high-ass tickets, you're paying for that high-ass beer as well. So that's why nothing will change. And I know I could have summarized this into a 5-minute video, but, I refuse to go to the games because I don't support losing teams. And this is an issue that plagues almost all Chicago teams in the city. That the fans keep going. They keep supporting it. They keep allowing it to happen. And if they keep supporting it, why would they change? Because they're making money regardless, man. So until Bears fans stop going to the games, until the Bears media gets through their head that the McCaskeys are never going to sell until the fans stop going to the games and stop buying the merch and stop buying the high-ass beer, nothing will change. And that's just the way the McCaskeys like it. And that's all sports. The only problem here, with this market here, is that other big markets, when they struggle, the fans don't go to the games. That's why they continue to win, because the fans don't go to the games. They don't sit up online talking so much crap. They don't sit up online making fan pages and then go to the games, sit up there and complain when the team isn't good, yet you're sitting in the front row seats. Yet you're a season ticket holder. Yet you run a podcast that actively goes to these games and sits up and drinks. So, it is what it is. Until the fans stop going, they will keep permeating a culture of losing. And that's what the Bears are. They are a culture of losers. And until they get it right, because I can see the writing on the wall now, the Caleb Williams is already disheartened. He's broken, just like the last quarterback. And I pray and I hope that he's not broken beyond repair. But I could see him asking for a trade at some point during his Chicago Bears tenure before they officially ruin him. But the Bears are just going to have to keep hiring these weirdos at coach and coordinator. And he's going to continue to regress. And next year, we're going to run the media, all these media personalities, all the we're scared of greatness type personalities.
I want to know from everybody out there, What are you so afraid of? The ones of you that are clinging to Justin. Does not mean he's not a good player. Does not mean he's not a good guy. Why are you so scared to embrace the chase for greatness? There's this kid coming along that every one of the analysts, even guys that did this for a living in the league, that kid's amazing. Got to be developed. Of course he does. I want to keep Justin. Why are you so freaking scared to chase greatness? Do we not deserve it as a fan base? We've been tortured for so many decades without a quarterback, and now the one that they're saying is generational, and you are freaking out? Why are we so scared for some of you? It's like you're cheating on your wife if you give up on Justin. Damn. Sweet mother of God. We may be touched by greatness. Maybe not. He might bust. That's what happens when you chase greatness. It might not work.
They're going to say the same things next year. They're going to say this team is different. We got this guy. We got Ben Johnson. We got Mike Vrabel. But it's going to be the same thing. Because the Bears refuse to get it right. And that's why they will continue to be a culture of losing. And the fans keep supporting it. So that's why it will continue to be that way. So, that's all I wanted to say on this little tangent video. I'm going to stop making as many videos about the Chicago Bears because it's not really yielding me any results. And it's just a tiring process to continue to make videos saying the same things over and over again about a losing team that has a losing culture. Because Bears fans don't even know what they want. They don't know if they want the offensive mastermind like a Ben Johnson or a stern leader of men like Mike Vrabel, or a young head coach like a Cliff Kingsbury. Bears fans don't know what they want, and that's the problem, because they don't care about winning either. If they did, they would stop supporting this garbage that you see every single week. So that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can enjoy this type of content, I know this is, beyond the norm of what I upload usually, but I'm tired of doing the same thing every single week. Maybe I'll upload videos here and there about the Bears, but mainly this channel is just going to be more general. I'm going to start covering all topics. I was thinking about getting into the NBA. I also might make this culture of losing series a little bit more of a regular occurrence, especially about teams here in Chicago, so be looking out for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video so it helps the channel grow. We are still on our road to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you guys hit that big red sub button. As always, follow me on social media, as there's tons of interesting topics that I talk about on there. Get your entries in for the giveaway, as I will be announcing it towards the end of the month. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'm out. Peace.